Some fans pray for the Browns to be victorious on game day. Those prayers may have helped as the Browns are currently 4-2 and having their best start in 16 seasons. This Sunday, the Cleveland Browns face off against the Cincinnati Bengals for the second time this season.
The first meeting of these teams happened at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio for Thursday Night Football. The following Thursday, there was an event at First Energy Stadium involving Browns players. 1 week after debuting the new uniform combination of brown jerseys and orange pants, an event hosted by FCA Metro Cleveland celebrated the 40th anniversary of the Kardiac Kid. In the 1980 season, the Browns were famously known as the Kardiac Kids for their late game heroics. Led by MVP quarterback Brian Sipe and head coach Sam Rutigliano, the Browns won the AFC Central with a record of 11-5. The event was made possible with the generosity of Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam, who was once involved with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes as a kid. The history of FCA and the Browns go back to the organization's founding, as Hall of Fame quarterback Otto Graham was a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
How fitting that many years later, another legendary Browns quarterback named Brian Sipe steps to the mic.
FCA Metro Cleveland is led by director Robert Kelo. Robert opened the event alongside radio legend Larry Morrow and introduced place kicker Don Cockcroft, who spoke at the event. Don Cockcroft was drafted by the Browns back in 1968 and told stories about his time at Adams State College.
My senior year, I led the nation in punting with a 48-yard average. Well, they didn't know I was at Adams State College, which is about 9,000 feet elevation. The ball goes a long ways, okay? And I wasn't going to tell them.
Don played his final season in the NFL in 1980 with Brian Sipe and has long ties with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. FCA was built on 4 core values, which are integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence. The organization develops community growth throughout Cleveland, and area representative Nobles Darby helps carry out FCA's mission and vision.
So the mission and vision of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes is to see the world transformed by the influence of coaches and athletes. And then our mission is to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. And so we really have the unique opportunity of using the platform of sports as a way to promote the gospel of Jesus Christ.
The Red Right 88 to Romans 8:28 event included stories from Coach Rutigliano about the famous call, Red Right 88, and an auction of nostalgic Browns memorabilia and artwork.
He says, yes, back to you at 16. 15's been now 16 to you. $1,500 might be now 16 to you, but it goes $1,600. Folks on this side of the room, you're allowed to bid as well. We've got $1,500 regular for only $1,600.
Concluding the event was Larry Morrow interviewing Brian Sipe on the 50-yard line of First Energy Stadium. Sipe discussed his time as the Browns quarterback and how he remembers the infamous red right interception.
I throw this ball, when the ball leaves my hand, I know I didn't put a tight spiral on it, and I'm throwing into a headwind, and it's freezing cold, and I'm getting hit by the stork, and I'm on the ground. I don't see what happens to the pass, but I hear this, no, it's what I don't hear. The stadium was silent. Absolute silence. And I knew the only thing that could silence this crowd was an interception.
FCA Metro Cleveland partnered with the Cleveland Browns for the first time on that night. The event, which celebrated the 40th anniversary of the Kardiac Kids, had a great turnout and found success in the midst of a pandemic. The partnership between the two organizations is likely to grow. The community impact both FCA and the Browns provide will help improve communities around Cleveland. I'm Sean Stevenson with Sports Illustrated Browns Digest.